Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. For today's Thursday video, I bring to you guys a decluttering video. So like the title suggests, today I will be showing you guys over 20 makeup products that I will be getting rid of. So some of these products no longer serve me, some of them never served me, and I'm going to be exposing them in front of you guys. So if you guys want to know what products I will be literally trashing from my collection, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so let's get started. I'm not really going to go in a specific order, but I am going to try to group everything that like goes together. So like all the eyeshadow palettes together, and then like foundations together, lip glosses and lipsticks together and stuff like that, just to make it easier and so it won't be like all over the place. So the first eyeshadow palette I want to talk about is the Urban Decay Naked Basics. This is getting thrown out probably solely because it is super fucking old. This I believe I had since like 2015, 2016 maybe. And I did get quite a good amount of usage out of this, with the exception of like certain shades like this one. Like, I mean, when do you ever really get good use out of this? But yeah, everything else in the palette actually did get good use out of, so good product, but very, very old. The next product should also kind of disgust you, because if you know what this is, then you know how old it is. This is the Makeup Geek times Manny MUA collaboration. This is also like 5 to 6 years old. Here's what mine looks like, and I probably should keep this like as a collector's item, but you could never sell this or anything because like the person would probably get like a disease or something. But this one again got really, really good use out of, with the exception of several shades, probably like the maroony and then like purpley shades, and then like this, it's like a white highlighty shade. But everything else in the palette, as you guys can see, did get pretty good use out of. So I did love this, but also it's really old and I don't get use out of it anymore, which I probably shouldn't be using anymore, but still. So the next palette is this Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is definitely expired. It was all the rave in like 2016, 2017, and definitely was an impulse buy. So this was sold out and you really couldn't get it, and then they restocked it, and that's when I went ahead and picked mine up, and it literally looks like in really good condition because I didn't actually like it. I didn't like the formula. I found it to be very, very dusty and just not the greatest at blending. It just like wasn't the best eyeshadows. So I just never really got use out of it, and now 3-4 years later I definitely don't get use out of it. So another one gone. The next eyeshadow palette is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. She had a lot going for her with all of these palettes being super, super raved and hyped about. And I was one of those people that just jumped on the trend and decided to try her eyeshadows. With the exception of a few of these, I just really wasn't a fan. So a lot of these look like they've never been touched, because even though I have used them plenty, a lot of them I didn't really ever get that much use out of. I did find these to be also very flaky, very patchy. Some don't really blend well with other eyeshadows. And a lot of these like purpley pinks are very like ashy. So I don't know, I just really wasn't a fan of it. And now I definitely don't get use out of it. The next eyeshadow palettes is really like a whole brand in actuality. I have all or 3 of these Huda Beauty eyeshadow palettes, the new Nude palette, the Rose Gold edition, and then the Desert Dusk palette. Honestly, I think this about all 3 palettes. They're lack a lot of pigmentation. I don't really know about any of her new eyeshadow palettes. This is just my opinion on her older eyeshadow palettes. I found them to be very, very muted in color, and just like there is payoff, but they weren't as pigmented as I had hoped for them to be. A lot of her shimmers didn't really work that well in my opinion. So for example, this is the Desert Dusk palette. All of these like shimmery ones, absolute trash in my opinion. Like I literally could not get any pigmentation out of them. Her oranges are a lot better, but I'm not going to keep an eyeshadow palette when like half of the eyeshadows don't really give off that good pigmentation. Same thing with her Rose Gold edition. A lot of these look like I've never used them. A lot of these are really, really ashy, which I'm not just a fan of. Like if it's like a red, it should be more vibrant, and definitely, like, this one is supposed to be really warm. I just found them all to be really, really ashy eyeshadows. Her shimmers in this palette actually worked really, really well, but again, I'm not going to keep an eyeshadow palette when more than half of them I don't actually like. And then her new Nude palette, all of these shimmers I actually did love, so everything that was like shimmery worked really well. Her glitters in this palette I did find to be like really messy, but nonetheless they worked really well. But everything else, again, it's just like so ashy. Like, these are just so ashy. The pigment payoff is not there in this palette as well. So with that being said, I'm going to get rid of all of them. So now we've come down to the last two eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to get rid of, and these are both from the same brand, being Morphe Cosmetics. So the first one is the 35O eyeshadow palette, which was all the rave, again, back in like 2016, 2017. And then the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. I believe this was her first collection with them, where she actually like produced her own eyeshadows. And I think this is the first batch, or one of the first batches, where she sent you like the card that wasn't, so it wasn't actually printed on the box. But both of these not only are definitely expired, but they really didn't get that much use out of them. So this is the 35O, and with the exception of like 2 eyeshadows and occasionally some of these oranges, I didn't really ever get that much use out of it. I didn't really ever use any of the browns. The shimmers, not really. Some of these I've like never even touched before. Like this one, never been touched before, but I did dig my nail into that one. And this one, both of these like shimmers. This was like a beautiful duochrome, like so pretty eyeshadow, which obviously I've hit pan on. And this one was just a very pretty, like glittery red, like Mars looking color. Oh, and this one too. But this one more than this one. Did get use out of, but again, like I said, I can't keep a palette where I'm only using 2 shades because it's a lot of clutter. And these are expired. So I might just depot these and keep them, even though they're definitely expired, but I've yet to find an eyeshadow at least that looks like this one. This one I do have a similar one, but not this one. So yeah. And again, really the same reason with the Jaclyn Hill palette. With the exception of like one of these, a lot of these did not get any use out of. These I've maybe used like once. This one throughout like probably this last year, 2019, and then sometime in 2020. I did start getting a lot of use out of these, but like a lot of these shimmers I just never really used. So this again was probably an impulse buy and is expired, and I definitely don't use it anymore. So that is gotta go. Okay guys, so that was it for the eyeshadow palettes. That's all I'm getting rid of. Quick disclaimer, if you guys have any of these eyeshadow palettes and they work amazing for you, then yay you, honestly. Please don't take anything that I say to heart. This is just my personal opinion. I honestly, a lot of these, it's really just the pigment payoff that I just don't think is there. And it's 2020. So many other brands have come out, have made amazing eyeshadow palettes that I just don't think it's worth my time to spend literally 5 minutes blending an eyeshadow that just won't give me the pigment. Won't give me the pigment of the day, girl. Okay? So if it works for you, that's just amazing. These eyeshadow palettes just didn't work for me. So moving on to our next category, foundations. So I only have 3 foundations here, and they are all drugstore, and they are all being thrown out for hygiene purposes and shade match. So the first ones that I have is the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundations. Same exact foundation. Shades 115 and 120. Neither of these match me. I think I went in with the 115 first because it was literally the only one there that was close to my complexion. And then I decided to pick up the 120 after I just kind of was like over this not matching. Or I think I was restocking and I was like, you know what, let me try a different shade. Neither of these match me anymore, and honestly I've had these for over a year that it's just kind of like gross to be using them. Like, I should throw this away and just go to the store and get another one. And the next and last one is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Is this matte? Honestly, I don't even remember how this foundation performs, but it definitely is way too light for me. I don't even know. Oh, this is a 430 Ivory Buff, so basically like the third shade out of their collection. Definitely way too light for me. And I've also had this for a really long time, so it definitely needs to be thrown out as well. Next, we have another little goodie bag that I decided to fill up with things that I no longer serve me. So in here, I'll talk about, yeah, I was like, why did it sound like that? In here, I do have a primer, which is just an empty bottle, honestly. So in the midst of hoarding makeup that is expired, I don't use, and I don't like, I also hoard empty products, or products that literally have such a minuscule amount. Little to none left in there, but I just can't bring myself to buy another shade. So as you can see, there's still some product left in the dropper, but in here, like, it's honestly probably all clogged up and does not really have enough. It does have enough for maybe like one more, maybe to prime my T-zone, which I used it for. But I loved this product. It was so amazing, but I didn't really like the way the applicator worked, or at least maybe that was just my specific product. For me, it was such a thick consistency product that the stopper didn't really do much. Like, it couldn't pick up so much product or enough product to cover my whole face, so it was like I had to keep dipping it back in. But it worked amazing. Definitely a really good blurring primer, and is definitely understandable why it's so fucking expensive. So I'm just throwing away this empty bottle pretty much. Okay guys, so the next products that I will be talking about are highlighters. These all happen to be from the same brand, and honestly, Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And honestly, a little backstory about these. I have so much makeup from this specific collection. So I was so obsessed with this brand back in the day, 2015, 16, 17, when it was such an indie brand. He definitely was in a better social standing at that moment. Very big on like Tumblr, liquid lipsticks were like ruling the world. And he just consistently kept dropping more and more makeup. So with that being said, a lot of this makeup, almost all of it is expired because it's that fucking old. A lot of it does not match my complexion, never has, never will. And literally every single piece that I own was an impulse buy. So because it was so popular and he literally was producing so much shit at once, it was hard to keep up with. So you did your best and you bought whatever you could, even if the colors were outlandish. You know, it was literally all impulse buys. So it was just an obsession. Also, with that being said, there's a lot of makeup that I still have in my collection of his because I like the shades, because I like the way it applies, or some of his eyeshadow palettes have like 2-3 shades that work really well and that I haven't finished. So when I do finish those, they definitely will go in the garbage can, or when I no longer get any more use out of those palettes, I definitely will throw them away. But also, I have not bought an eyeshadow palette from him, or an eyeshadow palette, any makeup from him, in literally over a year. I think the Alien palette was the very last thing that I ever purchased from him. And with that being said, I no longer purchase from that brand. I choose not to support them. They unfortunately are in my video of shit that I will throw away. And you might catch a glimpse of his stuff every once in a while, but yeah, I will no longer be purchasing stuff from him just because I don't really believe in what the company stands for, anything like that. And so yeah, sorry to include it here, but it is things I will throw away. So I have 4 highlighters from him. This is not, I think in my lifetime I bought 5 highlighters from him. And I will talk about each of the shades. We'll talk about it. I'll show you. Ice Cold, which probably matched my complexion at like the fairest that I ever was. I did get good use out of this. If you can even see back in the day, I honestly am not even a highlighter person anymore. So why I have so many fucking highlighters, I don't know. The next one, Princess Cut. Again, this was literally just an unhealthy obsession that I am ashamed to even talk about. This one literally looks like this, looks disgusting. It's been scraped off because it never worked for me. The pigment was not there on this one. That's why the mirror on this one is literally so fucking clean, because I never got good use out of it. It just was absolute trash, never worked. I had heard that there was spray over, like a spray over layer on these, that you could scrape off and then it worked perfectly for a lot of people. It never worked for me. So complete waste of my money, complete waste of like $30. Never got good use out of it. I did buy the Jeffree Star Cosmetics times Manny MUA collection. Well, not collection, just the highlighter. I didn't really like the lipstick shade. It was in the shade Eclipse. I don't know if I mentioned this one, Princess Cut. I probably did, but whatever. This is in the shade Eclipse. A beautiful color. Again, the mirror's a little bit dirtier, but definitely a lot cleaner because this one also did not get good use out of it. The pigmentation was not really there for this one. Like, you could pick up a lot of product and it looked good, but the product itself was really powdery and the pigment would like not show up on your skin. So I don't know, there's a lot of controversy and conspiracy theories on this, that it was a scam and that Jeffree purposefully made the product flop. Like, I don't know, crazy shit. Well, no, again, just wasted my money. And then this one. Wait till I show you this. This is in the shade Dark Horse. Here's what this looks like. Why did I buy this? I don't even fucking know. This literally like never got used. This maybe got used as eyeshadow every once in a while. I don't even like gold eyeshadow. That's the problem. Like, why would you willingly spend $30 fucking dollars on something that you're never going to use? Again, it was just an obsession. So I wanted to literally collect all of these until he started bringing out like a shade like Regina George, which is like bright fucking pink, or like blue ones. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to collect all of them. Never mind. So yeah, all of those are going in the garbage because they're all expired and they all were kind of trash, with the exception of Ice Cold, the white one that definitely did match my complexion at one point, but I don't get use out of this anymore. So in the trash. Unfortunately, I did forget one eyeshadow. So this is an e.l.f. Eyeshadow palette that literally looks like this. The mirror on this is absolutely amazing. This is like such a good mirror. But all of these shades are absolute trash. No pigmentation, super powdery. There's no color payoff at all on these. This is like such a waste of like $7, $8, $10. I don't really remember how much it costed. This is in the shade Saturday Sunsets. I don't even think they make this anymore. Definitely expired. Definitely from like 4 years ago. Honestly, garbage. And I do have one concealer to show you guys. This is the Maybelline New York Master Conceal Camouflaging Concealer. This is in, can't even tell you because I don't even think it's on here anymore. In 10 Fair. Just a trash concealer. Maybe worked okay to prime your eyelids, but other than that, literally such a trash concealer. I just remember so many YouTubers raving about this and saying it's so good, it's so good. Again, a lot of the times people are paid to say things. You do your own research. I definitely did, and I realized that this was such a flop. And I don't even know why I've kept this in my collection for that long, because I kid you not, this is like 3 to 4 years old. Disgusting, I know. And it was so expensive. Like, this I think was like $10 or $11. Like, what? What? For a concealer? Like, that's like literally a third, if not like half, of another concealer that actually works good. So, garbage. So we're coming down to the very last products that I have that I'm getting rid of. These are all lip related. So liners, lip glosses, liquid lipsticks. I don't have real lipsticks or like the bullet lipsticks because I just don't feel like throwing those out right now. But a lot of these, again, are Jeffree Star Cosmetics because, again, I was fucking dumb and obsessed. Because when I show you what they look like, you'll be like, why were you so stupid? Like, I kid you not. They literally took so much of my money. And they're expired. They were trash in the first place. And I definitely don't use them. And other products, they also were trash. Don't use them. Or are definitely expired. So, first one. I have this one, which is Unicorn Blood. This, I think, was his very first liquid lipstick that he ever came out with that, like, literally broke the internet, went viral. I am not even a red lip kind of girl, so why did I buy this? I don't even fucking know. I literally maybe used this, like, 3 times. Or would put it on and think, like, today's the day, I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna go out and wear this lipstick, and then literally wipe it off before I leave and be like, nope, nude it is. So yeah, trash. This one honestly did work really, really well. A lot of his lipsticks worked really well. The pigment was there. Amazing quality. This color was not it. Definitely expired. This one, part of one of the holiday collections. It's literally even leaking. If you can even see that, it's like so sticky. Disgusting. I literally have it all right here. Ew. Anyways, this is in the shade Chrysanthemum. It was supposed to be like in sheer pink with a lot of glitter on it. Girl, this shit was translucent. Like, there was barely even any pink pigment on it. A lot of fucking glitter. And it kind of went on as a gloss. Like, it was supposed to be a liquid lipstick. Definitely absolute trash product. I could have just gone a defective one. I don't know. You know, but I liked the pink shade. I didn't like the glitter. I don't know why I fucking bought it. Yeah, just trash. Definitely expired. Definitely leaking. Definitely disgusting. And definitely not great. Not a great product. Trash product. Next shade, Androgyny. This was another shade that like broke the internet. I did get somewhat good use out of this, but it was really, really ashy, mauve-y, pinkish purple, that I kind of fell out of that phase and no longer really wanted to use this anymore. So haven't used this in years and is definitely expired as well. Okay. You know what? We might as well just go through all the Jeffree Star first. I don't have that much left. We'll go through all his lipsticks first. This one and this one. I've gotten rid of so many Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks in like the last year that I don't have that many to show you anymore. I probably should have made this video a while ago. But I had not only, this is Blue Velvet, I also had the darker blue. I don't even remember what it was called. I'll like insert a picture of it. Why did I buy this? Why did I fucking buy it? Who the fuck wears blue lipstick? Not me. I'll tell you who. Like, what? Why would I? The pigment is there. It's a good shade for like a blue, but I never fucking wore this. I think I wore this one time out at a Halloween party, and that was it. I literally never fucking wore it. Like, why did I buy it? I don't know. I was just obsessed. And then next is Doll Parts. This one was really cute. It was just never really my vibe, and it was a little too bright for me. So I think I maybe wore it out like 2 or 3 times, but definitely never gets used. And again, they're all fucking expired because they're literally like 4 years old. Aside from that, I did have, what was it? Was it called Royal something? I don't know. I had the darker blue. What was this? Doll Parts. I also had the fucking bright pink one. I had the dark blue one. Oh, Dominatrix I had. I literally just had so many that it's like I never even wore those. And then another product that was absolute trash was the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Velour lip liners. Since then, they were like pulled off the site. They had stopped production on them, reformulated everything, and they've come out again. Did I repurchase them? No, of course not, because I just didn't give a shit. I found other eyeliners. I found other lip liners that I like better, that I think work better, so I'm not going to be repurchasing these, or again, like I said, supporting the company. But, yeah, these worked really good, like, the first time that you put it on. And then as you let them, like, sit around, not even uncapped, like, they were capped, they started to dry out really, really quickly, and now when I try to apply them, obviously they should be expired by now, but even before they were expired, they started to get really, really feathery, felt really, really stiff, like no longer creamy whatsoever. So I don't know, since then I'm assuming that they fixed the formulation on these, but again, why would I repurchase it? So trash. So last but not least, I have 3 lip glosses to show you guys. 2 of these are from one of the MAC holiday collections forever ago, honestly, 5-6 years ago. This one is a Dazzleglass, and this one is a Creamsheen glass. This Dazzleglass is in Dressed to Dazzle. It's like a lilac-y, very glittery gloss. I hate Dazzle glosses, but again, this was a gift and part of a Christmas collection, so I mean, like, what could you do? But I don't know why I didn't throw it away sooner is what I'm saying. Definitely expired and definitely never used it. I think I swatched it and that was it. Dazzle glasses have super chunky, gross glitter that like feels horrible on your lips. So yeah, never was going to use that. And then this one is in Dress the Part. This one has not only split apart because of obviously not being used and how old it is, but also this one did get a lot of use out of it. It was a really, really pretty pinkish color. And yeah, it's just expired and gross. And last but not least is this Buxom Samantha lip gloss. I love these lip glosses. These are amazing. But this one also hardly has any, and if you can see on this side is also like breaking up. So it's expired, it hardly has any, and kind of gross. So also okay guys, so that concludes today's video. That was literally all of the products that I will be trashing from my collection. And when I say trashing, I literally mean throwing in the garbage can. A lot of these, for hygienic purposes and because we're in the midst of a pandemic, I can't donate, and I shouldn't donate because they've been expired for over 3 years. And some of these have literally like touched like my oral cavity. So girl, that's nasty. So I can't donate. And the eyeshadow palettes, even though a lot of them have gone over the expiration date, honestly, I feel like eyeshadows are a lot safer for you to use after like the 12-month or 24-month period that they give you for expiration. So, but with that being said, I will be donating these to either my siblings or immediate family who feel that they're safe enough to use and think that they can provide a home for them in their own collections. So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave your future video requests in the comment section down below. And also, comment down below if you have any of these products, if you have or have ever had any of these products in your collection. Did they serve you? Did they also shade you like they did to me? And yeah, just let a girl know. I'm super interested in that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to believe in yourselves, stay woke, stay educated, stay safe. And I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye!